Chong invites you for a stroll through Adelaide's Chinatown.
This is where I buy my ham, olives, profiterole.
Be sure to wear very good walking shoes.
I'll take you to my favourite seasonal fruit store. Come on, come on.
Cathy Chong is Chinatown royalty.
Let's go for a coffee shop. Go to my usual place. Very nice coffee in Chinatown. When I go back to Malaysia, I buy the herbs from the grocery store here and take back to Malaysia because our Chinese herb in Malaysia isn't as fresh. We used to bring 6 cabbage home in the suitcase. You want some strawberries? Look at it.
Everyone around here knows Cathy Chong.
Henry wants me to say hello because he's very worried about you. Is the glass house okay?
Most refer to her affectionately as Auntie Cathy. She used to be Chinatown's president and says the district brings comfort to many new migrants.
The go-to place when you first arrive is I'll meet you in Chinatown. We'll take you to the good Chinese restaurant. You want jiaozi, or do you want Xinjiang kao yang rou, or do you want hot pot? So they really have a variety of Asian food here.
But that wasn't always the case. The place looked very different when Cathy first moved to Australia in 1968 to study nursing.
When we came here as students in the 60s, there wasn't any noodles, so we had to boil pasta to fry as noodle. There wasn't any bean sprout. We had to grow our own bean sprout. None of us are any good at it. So now you actually, like we saw just now in Chinatown, there wasn't a lack of food.
Cathy mentions food a lot. That's because she's seen how it can help build bridges. One of the many community programs she supports is called Ageing Together, which unites people from different ethnic backgrounds.
When we visit a Hindu, we will eat Indian food. When they come and visit us, we share with them our Chinese food. And with that, we will do a singing and we have Cantonese opera, show them the mahjong, show them play chess. And that we found it transcends all politics and all religion because we share the same culture, which is music and food.
Like so many Chinese Australians, Cathy's contribution to Australian society has been wide-ranging. She's spent more than 30 years as a nurse, including a long stint in emergency care. Her daily exposure to patients from multicultural backgrounds saw her into the policy arena, actively pushing for better representation.
To be representative in the policy setting, you must have reflection of the community.
Her retirement in 1994 didn't slow her down. She remains one of South Australia's most prominent advocates for multiculturalism, work that saw her recognised in 2019 with an Outstanding Individual Achievement Award from the state's governor, and appointed to the Order of Australia in 2022.
We are truly multicultural people. I believe in that song, we come from lands all over the world. I have made very good friends from Nepal, from Africa, from Wales, from Scotland, and we share food. Like my grandchildren will eat pasta meals 3 times a week. So this is their most favorite meal, and I think most Australian-born children are exposed to that.
Cathy heads up South Australia's Chinese welfare services. One of her primary passions is to ensure elderly Chinese get culturally sensitive support.
I'm very forthright from my background working in emergency medicine because everything is very action-based. I think that those of us who are very fortunate to have the education, the experience, I think it's also a mandate for us to give back to the community.
She's certainly done that. Cathy Chong calls herself a proud Chinese Australian and believes it's critical to never forget your heritage. No matter your background, she wants everyone to enjoy the same opportunities as her.
You teach them to fish, they'll never be hungry. You give them a fish, they'll be hungry after that's eaten. So I think that we need to share the technique of teaching people how to fish.
But rest assured, anyone who spends time with Cathy Chong will never go hungry.
Okay, I'm going to get some nuts now before we finish. Otherwise, my one cut's nearly finished, so we're going to need some nuts and go home.